Rivalry heats up as Red Bull chief Christian Horner raises suspicions about Mercedes Imola upgrades. Will these upgrades really turn the tide? However, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff shoots down the claims. Join us as we dive into the unfolding drama at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. The 2023 F1 season has been a rollercoaster for Mercedes, with their struggles to keep up with frontrunners like Red Bull. With the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix around the corner, Red Bull's Christian Horner has voiced suspicions over Mercedes' potential upgrades. However, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff remains unfazed by these claims, urging fans and engineers to manage their expectations. The tension between Red Bull and Mercedes has been palpable, making the anticipation for the upcoming race even more thrilling. In this video, we'll delve into the heart of this rivalry, explore the facts behind the Imola upgrades, and take a closer look at the team's strategies. So buckle up and join us for an exciting ride into the world of Formula One. A new season is a fresh start. But for Mercedes, the 2023 F1 season hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. The Silver Arrows had their share of challenges with the porpoising W14. As Toto Wolff describes, this unpredictable beast has had a weekend full of ups and downs at the Miami Grand Prix, leaving the team puzzled and longing for answers. On the other side of the pit lane, Red Bull has had a powerful start. Their dominant performance has left the rest of the field, including Mercedes, in a game of catch-up. Red Bull's chief Christian Horner has been keen to point out their advantage, stating it's still a long season and they've got a lot of development time available to them. Mercedes, still far from being defeated, has been labouring to improve their performance. From enduring the trials of the unpredictable W14 to navigating the intense competition, the team has been working tirelessly, always striving for that edge. They plan to introduce a package of upgrades at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, including new suspension parts, bodywork alterations, and more. Toto Wolff, however, remains grounded. In response to Horner's suspicions, he said, "We need to manage our own expectations because we're bringing an update package that's going to consist of new suspension parts and bodywork. But I've never in my 15 years in F1 seen a silver bullet being introduced where suddenly you unlock half a second performance." So, as they prepare for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, the tension between Red Bull and Mercedes continues to build. Will Mercedes' upgrades prove fruitful, or will Red Bull continue their dominance? As the F1 circus moves to Imola, the Mercedes garage is humming with excitement, anticipation, and a hint of apprehension. The Silver Arrows are rolling out a raft of upgrades, hoping to claw back some ground against the dominant Red Bull. As the final touches are put to the W14, let's break down what we can expect. The crux of the upgrade package is a completely revised suspension system. The team hopes that this will address the porpoising issues that they have been grappling with, a phenomenon where the car tends to bounce at high speeds. The system is said to be revolutionary, with new design elements aimed at optimizing balance and stability, especially during high-speed cornering. The upgrades don't stop there. The bodywork of the W14 is also getting a makeover, with tweaks to the side pods and rear wing aimed at improving aerodynamics. The floor, a critical element of the car's downforce generation, is also being refined. This extensive overhaul signifies Mercedes' determined effort to turn the tide this season. Toto Wolff, however, still remains pragmatic, reminding everyone of the complexities of F1. There's no silver bullet in this sport, he insists. We're bringing these updates in the hope that they will deliver a step forward, but we have to stay grounded. It's an iterative process, and our rivals won't be standing still. This sentiment is echoed by Andrew Chauvelin, Mercedes' trackside engineering director. He emphasizes the importance of a stable platform to fully exploit the potential of the new parts. If the car is inconsistent, it's hard for the driver to extract performance. It's not just about raw speed, it's about confidence in the car, knowing it will behave the same in every corner. For Chauvelin and his team, planning these upgrades is a meticulous process. He shares, "We look at the data from previous races, we identify our weaknesses, and we try to address them. It's a constant process of evaluation and improvement. It's what we live for." So, as the lights go out at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, all eyes will be on Mercedes. Can these updates provide the boost they need, or will Red Bull maintain the upper hand? So, while Mercedes readies its arsenal for Imola, Red Bull is hardly sitting idle. Christian Horner, the team's principal, has been quite vocal about the potential impact of the upgrades on Mercedes' performance. He warns, don't underestimate them. They've got the resources, the manpower, and the talent to come back strong. They'll be a force to reckon with. However, Red Bull has its share of challenges. The budget cap penalties have restricted the team's ability to respond to Mercedes' improvements with substantial in-season upgrades. This new financial reality means they must be more strategic in allocating their resources and deciding which areas of the car to focus on. Horner recognizes the importance of a well-structured testing and development plan for the team. We need to be smarter, he states. We can't just throw money at the car like we did in the past. It's crucial that we carefully analyze our performance, pinpoint our weaknesses, and invest in targeted improvements to stay ahead. In response to the budget cap, Red Bull has been working closely with their engineering partners Honda to make the most of their partnership. They've been developing the power unit to ensure maximum performance and reliability, a key factor in the high-stakes world of F1. Despite Red Bull's dominant start, they're not resting on their laurels. The team continues to push the boundaries in every area, from aerodynamics to tyre management, all in an effort to keep Mercedes at bay. The drivers, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, are equally determined to maintain their advantage, demonstrating a relentless pursuit of perfection on the track. It is pretty apparent by now that Red Bull's approach is one of cautious optimism. Horner is mindful of the potential threat, but remains confident in his team's ability to rise to the challenge. "We know they're coming for us," he admits, "but we'll be ready to respond." So, while Mercedes pins its hopes on a comprehensive set of upgrades, Red Bull doubles down on its strategic approach and unwavering determination. With each passing race, the story continues to evolve, promising twists and turns as the two titans of Formula One battle for glory. For now, all we can do is buckle up and enjoy the exhilarating spectacle that is F1. What are your thoughts? Will Red Bull's measured approach be enough to fend off the silver arrows, or will Mercedes' upgrades shift the balance of power? As the rubber hits the road at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, Mercedes' new upgrades promise a significant leap forward. The potential benefits are immense. If the new suspension parts and bodywork adjustments successfully address the car's porpoising issue, we could see a dramatic transformation in the W14's performance. Moreover, a more stable platform could unlock the true potential of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, allowing them to push harder, take more risks, and ultimately secure more points. However, this is not just about the immediate gains. The upgrades will also serve as a pivotal learning experience for Mercedes, informing their future development. Toto Wolff is clear on this aspect, stating, "We're not just looking for a quick fix. We want to understand the car's faults better, to learn from them, and apply that knowledge to our ongoing development process." This comprehensive understanding of the car's behavior is crucial for Mercedes. Only by comprehensively diagnosing the W14's weaknesses can they systematically eliminate them and enhance its strengths. This upgrade package serves as a stepping stone in that direction. It's not just about getting through the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, but also setting the stage for the rest of the season and beyond. Lewis Hamilton echoes these sentiments. "It's not just about making the car go faster," he explains. "It's about understanding why it behaves the way it does, what we can do to improve it, and how we can apply those lessons in the future. Every bit of data, every bit of feedback, it all helps to build a clearer picture." With these upgrades, Mercedes is hoping for an uptick in performance that can turn their season around. However, they are well aware that the road ahead is still long and challenging. But the Silver Arrows have a history of rising to the occasion, and this year seems to be no different. In the grand theatre of Formula One, each race is not just a battle for points, but also a battle for knowledge and insight. The Imola upgrades are a significant step in Mercedes' quest for answers, and potentially their journey towards another title. The outcome of this Grand Prix will be a critical milestone in that journey as they continue to adapt, learn, and evolve in the pursuit of speed. So, as the Mercedes team suits up for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, it's not just about the here and now. It's about the future, the long game. It's about using these upgrades as a springboard for further development, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and writing the next chapter in their storied F1 legacy. While on the other hand, as the rivalry between Mercedes and Red Bull intensifies, both teams must not only focus on their immediate performance, but also navigate a complex set of challenges that extend beyond the racetrack. One such challenge is the need to balance their current performance with future development, particularly for the 2024 cars. With a constantly evolving set of regulations and technological advancements, striking this balance is critical for sustained success in the sport. The budget cap further complicates matters, as it limits the team's abilities to make improvements during the season. With this constraint in place, teams must prioritize their resources and carefully strategize to maximize the impact of their investments. This has a ripple effect across the entire grid, forcing all teams to adapt and rethink their approaches to development. The rest of the field is also not standing still. Teams like Ferrari, McLaren, and Alpine have shown promise, and they're working hard to close the gap with the frontrunners. Ferrari, for instance, has been making steady progress, with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz demonstrating their potential to challenge for race wins. A revitalized Scuderia could pose a significant threat to both Mercedes and Red Bull in the coming races. McLaren, on the other hand, has a potent driver lineup. With their combination of youth and experience, they have the potential to disrupt the Mercedes-Red Bull duopoly. The team has been investing heavily in its infrastructure, and with a renewed focus on aerodynamics and engine performance, they could soon become genuine contenders. So amid these emerging threats, both Mercedes and Red Bull must remain vigilant and focused on their own performance. However, they must also keep an eye on the rear-view mirror as their competitors strive to catch up. In conclusion, the stage is set for a thrilling battle between Mercedes and Red Bull as they navigate the challenges of the 2023 F1 season. With Mercedes pinning their hopes on a comprehensive set of upgrades for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix and Red Bull steadfastly focusing on strategic development, the rivalry promises to captivate fans worldwide. As we've discussed, both teams face their share of challenges, from striking a balance between current and future development to the impact of the budget cap on in-season improvements. And let's not forget the potential for other teams like Ferrari, McLaren, and Alpine to close the gap and make their presence felt. What are your thoughts on the epic rivalry between Mercedes and Red Bull? Who do you think will come out on top? Please share your opinions in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. As the F1 season unfolds, make sure to stay tuned for updates on the Imola upgrades and all the excitement that this electrifying world of motorsports has to offer.